Hey everyone, welcome back to your channel. Today, we're exploring the gripping true story of Papillon, a tale of injustice, resilience, and the unbreakable human spirit. Based on Henri Papillon Charrière's memoir, this movie takes us on a journey of wrongful imprisonment, love, and the quest for freedom. Let's break it down part by part. Part 1. Framed for murder and his life before prison. The story begins in 1930s Paris, where Henri Charrière, known as Papillon because of the butterfly tattoo on his chest, works as a petty criminal. He's part of the city's bustling underworld, enjoying a life of excitement and crime. But his world comes crashing down when he's framed for the murder of a pimp. Papillon's innocence doesn't matter to the authorities. It's suggested that he was set up as part of a broader effort to crack down on organized crime. As a result, Papillon is sentenced to life imprisonment and hard labor in the infamous French penal colony of Devil's Island. Now let's talk about his love life. Before his imprisonment, Papillon shares a deep love with his wife, Nanette. Although her role in the film is brief, she symbolizes what Papillon loses when he's sent away. Their love story serves as a driving force for his determination to escape. Papillon dreams of reuniting with her and regaining the life that was unjustly taken from him. Part 2. The journey to Devil's Island. Papillon is transported to French Guiana along with other prisoners. During the grueling journey, he meets Louis Degas, a wealthy and nervous forger convicted of counterfeiting bonds. Degas becomes a target for other prisoners who want his hidden money. Papillon offers to protect Degas in exchange for financial support for his escape plans. This unlikely partnership forms the backbone of the story. Part 3. Life in the penal colony. On arrival, the prisoners face harsh conditions, from brutal guards to sweltering heat. Despite this, Papillon immediately begins planning his escape. His drive isn't just about freedom, it's also fueled by thoughts of Nanette and the injustice of his situation. Part 4. First escape attempt. Papillon enlists Degas and a few other prisoners in his escape plan. Together, they sneak past guards and manage to steal a boat. The escape is thrilling but ultimately unsuccessful. They're recaptured, and Papillon is sentenced to 2 years in solitary confinement as punishment. Part 5. Solitary confinement, a test of will. In solitary confinement, Papillon faces inhumane conditions, extreme isolation, malnutrition, and psychological torture. Yet, his love for Nanette and his determination to prove his innocence keep him alive. Degas secretly smuggles food to Papillon, strengthening their bond. Despite the physical and mental toll, Papillon refuses to give up hope. Part 6. Second escape attempt and Degas' loyalty. After serving his sentence, Papillon teams up with Degas again for a second escape attempt. This time, they build a raft and brave the treacherous ocean. The scenes are intense as they fight against waves, currents, and exhaustion. Unfortunately, their freedom is short-lived when they're betrayed by locals who turn them in for a reward. Papillon is sent back to prison and sentenced to 5 more years in solitary confinement. Part 7. Life on Devil's Island. Years later, Papillon is transferred to Devil's Island, a seemingly inescapable fortress surrounded by cliffs and raging seas. Here, he reunites with Degas, who has grown more resigned to his fate. While Degas accepts life in the prison colony, Papillon remains obsessed with escaping. He studies the tides and crafts a daring plan using sacks filled with coconuts to build a raft. Part 8. The final escape. Papillon's final escape is the movie's most iconic moment. Despite the immense risks, he leaps from a cliff into the ocean with his makeshift raft. Though his exact fate is not shown, the closing text reveals that Henri Charrière eventually made it to freedom. He wrote his memoir, Papillon, which became a worldwide sensation and the basis for this film. Themes and final thoughts. Papillon isn't just a story about prison escape, it's about the human spirit's resilience and the enduring power of hope and love. Papillon's determination to reunite with his wife, Nanette, and his refusal to accept a life of injustice inspire us to keep fighting for what we believe in. What did you think of this powerful story? Let me know in the comments below.